The Double Take is a podcast where two of us will face off in a takeoff, discussing and debating our hottest takes on a new topic every week. This week, Nate and Christian will be taking on air travel etiquette. Nate, you've got the floor.
It is my right to recline my seat on an airplane. I travel quite a bit. I've been traveling for a long time. The last 10 years, I don't know how many flights I've gotten, but I've racked up a lot of Sky Miles, and it is my right as a Delta Gold Sky Miles member that as soon as I get on the plane, I put my headphones on, I push that beautiful round button on my left side. As soon as I'm up in the air, when it's safe, I will recline my seat. I do not care who's behind me.
Shouts to the humble brag to your flight status. That's dope.
Seriously, wow. Yeah. Delta Gold
status.
That's
working
impressive.
For that platinum, but
yeah, you'll get there.
You'll get there.
So in no situation would you feel bad about reclining your seat? That's what you're saying.
Man, it really peeves me when to think that I wouldn't.
Okay. I was team recline all the way until about 2 weeks ago, when my last flight, actually, I was on a flight and obviously got settled, looking forward to being airborne, the whole 9 yards. In walks in the largest man I have ever seen in my entire life. Dude was probably 7 feet tall, 400 plus pounds.
What?
He was. I'm not.
So Andre the Giant got on your flight.
I'm not.
You're serious?
I'm serious. He honestly was the largest man I've ever seen.
And he's sitting in coach. I'm not to assume that you were flying coach, but let's be serious.
Yeah.
You're not gold status.
That's true. I do not have the gold status. Yeah, so I'm in coach, aisle seat. Dude sits behind me. Thank goodness he has an aisle, because I look to my left. His knee is in the aisle. So I'm on the right side of the plane. His left knee is sticking out of the aisle. I just kind of, am glancing around the plane. I see his left knee almost reaching up towards my knee. Like where my arm's resting on the armrest. His knee is like to my wrist. And it's out in the aisle.
So this begs the question, where is his other knee?
That's a great question. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, you listeners, on my chair, but I am.
He's turned so that his left knee is in the aisle and his right knee is kind of pulled
right
back
knee
so
is
that
taking
it can
up
fit.
The whole seat. I'm sure of it. The dude's legs were tree trunks, and his right leg's in the seat. His left leg is out in the aisle.
So there's no scenario in which you're reclining your seat back on this guy.
No. And it's the first flight probably ever that I haven't reclined my seat.
Yeah. Because
there's no way I, A, physically could, and B, wanted this guy mad at me.
You're not doing that to the BFG.
here's the question. Physically can't, fine. You can't. The guy has his knees in the back of your chair.
He only has one knee, but the other knee is like real close to my knee.
Physically can't, you don't do it. But if there is somebody behind you, like all of us, there's not a lot of space on a plane. And so does the person in front of you have the right, no matter what, to recline their seat? I say yes.
I mean, the button's there, right? Like the fact that the button's there and there's not like a...
And it does recline. It's made to recline.
Here's the deal. It's a full 2 inches, which is not that much. Now, here's one thing I'll say. The other situation where I think we need to be sensitive. If there is like a severely obese woman sitting behind you, or a man, I don't know why it had to be a woman, but... If there's someone who's large in the midsection, then if you recline your seat and then they have their tray table down, that tray table is going to go jutting right into their midsection. And so that's another situation. You have to be sensitive to that. Like, if they're obese, then they're going to want that tray table down. I mean, that's like if you give a moose a cookie, a mouse a cookie, or a moose a muffin type of situation. I mean, it's going to be down. The Biscoff cookies will be
all right. So why don't you just make sure you recline your seat before the tray table goes down? But then it rests gently on top of the belly.
But it won't lay flat.
Instead of jab into the belly.
It won't lay flat, and they won't be able to put a drink on that. And their Biscoff cookies will fly.
That's why the indent. The indent in the tray is made for situations.
It's not that deep of an indent. If it's like at a 90-degree angle, it's not going to work.
How big is this person?
It's big. You just gave me a situation where the BFG got on your flight, and it was like a run of the thing.
But his knee, his belly was not the issue.
There's many more cases where there's severely obese people flying than 7'9", like Manute Bull is pulling up on your Southwest flight to Baltimore.
Yeah, but I don't. I've never seen, and I'll look next time I'm on a plane. I don't know that I've seen a tray table touch a torso.
It happens. Ken. It does. So, Nate, I'm on Team Recline, but I just think you need to be aware of special situations, and depending on those situations, you should maybe ask for permission or just not do it at all.
I don't think I'm going to ask ever for permission. Never. I'm not going to turn around and say, "Hey, is it okay if I?"
Well, yeah, because then you put what does the person say? Like no.
Yeah.
And then what?
Well, at least
then
you give
just
them an opportunity. So this is interesting you say this because there was just a recent event that happened where a woman was sitting in the second to last row of a flight, and she reclined her seat, and the guy behind her, who was in the last row, who cannot recline his seat because it's up against the wall.
He made a tactical error when he booked that flight.
So he was so upset that she reclined his seat that she spent the entire flight punching her seat. And the lady was filming it, and it was like 2 hours of him just punching her seat.
The video's 2 hours long of him doing that?
Well, the video was
a
shorter video, but she said it was like for a 2 hour long flight.
Oh my gosh.
And so they made this huge deal, and the Delta CEO actually commented on it. And he said,
what'd he say?
He said that people should turn around and ask permission to recline their seats.
Get out of here.
No, that was the guidance he gave.
Oh, man. Okay, so that begs the question. You're in the second to last row. Do you think twice about it, knowing that the person behind you does not have the option to recline?
Yeah, maybe you don't. If they don't have the option to recline, then I
think that's fair.
Or you ask permission.
Okay, but then where does it stop? So say you're in the second to last row, the person behind you can't, and then does that mean that the person in the third to last row then can't because the person in the second to last row can't because the person in the last row can't?
I see where this is like a domino effect.
Yeah.
Once you say that one row does not have the right to recline, that it almost applies to everyone.
Here's what I think.
Right. Just book your flight in advance and don't sit on the last row. There you go.
If you want to sit in the back row, then that's your problem.
Okay, thanks, gold status.
If you want to not recline and be by the lavatory,
fine.
More power to you.
Okay.
I like that. All right. That's my hot take.
You're fine to recline.
Fine to recline.
All right. Service animals are ridiculous and should be illegal to bring a service animal on a flight.
Oof, I'm on board with this. I like this.
You're on board, but your animal should not be.
I mean, people have legitimate reasons why they bring service animals.
No. I want to be clear. Okay, so a service...
You said service animals.
I apologize. I'm going to restate my take. Emotional support animals are ridiculous and should not be allowed on a flight. That's an important distinction, and I apologize for misstating that. An emotion, like a service animal, is something for like someone who has like a legit disability, like blindness or epilepsy. There are service animals that are trained to help and service those people with disabilities.
Okay, is like a mental disorder anxiety disorder?
So anxiety is a really broad spectrum, and we can get into that.
Where do you draw the line here?
So an emotional support animal. How about this? I'm going to start here off with a little trivia, guys. You ready for this?
Love me some trivia.
It's trivia with Christian. Okay. All right. All of the following except one have been brought on a flight this year as an emotional support animal.
This year, 2020, or in the last calendar year?
In the last calendar year. All of these except one. Okay.
Okay.
A horse. A peacock.
Okay.
A turkey.
Okay.
A monkey.
Mm-hmm.
And an iguana.
All right. I would say horse. But obviously that's so ridiculous that someone would do it.
Yeah, I actually just saw in the news that someone brought a mini horse onto a flight.
I'll say a turkey. Because why in the world would you bring a turkey on?
Yeah, I've seen peacock. I can fathom iguana. I'll go turkey too.
You're all wrong. All of those animals have been brought on a flight in the last calendar year. This is a trick question. Sorry, guys.
Wow.
Just let this
Thank
sink
you.
in. Let this sink in.
Service turkey.
An emotional support turkey.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Emotional support turkey.
An emotional support peacock. An emotional support horse have been brought on just normal airlines.
Commercial flights.
How would you feel if you're just on an airplane and you look over to your left and there's a freaking monkey? I mean, you would think that you were in Jumanji, not on like a little flight to Albuquerque.
Yeah, I'll never have that experience. I will never have that experience.
It's happened. It's happening.
Okay, it has happened, but it's fine. And let us ban all things that are not cats and dogs on airplanes. I'm okay with that.
No. Sorry, you cannot set a firm line on cats and dogs. You can't just say that some breeds are allowed and some are not. Emotional support animals should not be allowed at all. I'm going to give you real quick. You guys mentioned this horse that was brought on a flight.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay. Yeah, this is a woman, and I'm going to read you a little quote from her.
Okay.
She said, I purchased 2 first-class seats in bulkhead seating. I paid an arm and a leg for tickets, but I did so because it was Fred's first time. And I wanted him to be comfortable. I wanted to have the most room.
Wow.
Guys, a horse. This woman brought an emotional support horse on a flight. And she named
How long was the flight? What is Fred doing for...
It was a 6-hour flight.
Oh, my gosh.
It was.
How often do horses need to relieve themselves?
That's a very good question. I mean, the
Have you ever
expression
seen a horse?
"pee like a racehorse"
Yeah.
is an expression. So, I hopefully I don't know. It's just the horse had to go to the bathroom. They took it to the bathroom, and hopefully the fasten seatbelt sign wasn't on. Or I don't know. I just think this is bizarre. And
Oh, it's absurd.
It's really bizarre, Christian, but you can't say to somebody who has an anxiety disorder that they can't bring their
bring a
service
horse?
dog. Okay, yeah, they can't bring their service horse on the plane.
Okay.
That's not doable.
so here's a question. For
How
you.
about are you okay with the service hamster?
No, I'm telling you that there shouldn't be any service animals brought on board.
Okay.
It's ridiculous.
But if it's not in any way disturbing the people on the plane, then why not?
But what about
Because
people
where do
who
you
are allergic?
And,
What if,
and where do you draw the line?
You guys allergic to there are people allergic to peanuts? Plenty of peanuts on an airplane.
no, there's not. They banned peanuts.
No, I eat peanuts every time. What about almonds?
If people have an allergy, you'll hear the little person come on board and say, "We have a peanut allergy." So
I
we
haven't
will
had
not
a
be serving
peanut on a
peanuts."
flight in 10 years.
Wow.
But peanuts is like
What
one
airline-
allergy
what
you can
airline are
manage
you
to. You can't be like, "Hey, does anyone here have a horse allergy?" Because Fred wants to get on board.
Okay, again, they're not. They may not. I don't ever see service animals, emotional support, cats and dogs ever going away.
Do you think she really ponied up for those tickets?
It behooves me to say that she did.
I think she should rein it in a little bit. And if I was the captain of that flight, I would have just said, "Nay, we're not bringing it on. Sorry." I really do. I appreciate her unbridled passion here, but
Oh my gosh.
if I ever saw a horse on a flight, I become unglued.
Oh my god.
I would lose it.
I'm sure that you would. I don't ever foresee that I'll ever see anything other than a dog or a cat on an airplane.
And not even dogs.
And I'm
cat-
okay with that.
Dogs and cats should be on board.
All right, what about this? What about separate flights for the animals?
Oh yeah, we're gonna put all the animals on a plane and then just,
No, so
we'll
like,
meet them in Detroit.
I think the point is that the people want the animals with them.
yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. So you have a flight that is a service animal friendly
Airline.
flight.
Okay, I get you.
So we've got 2 flights to Chicago today. One is the zoo flight and one is the human flight.
Absolutely. Yes, we've done
Just
it.
no humans, no animals.
Homo sapien or bust.
Yeah, it could be really
on this
fun.
flight.
It could be fun. Like the tray, like service cart could be like a little pooper scooper. They could put on like
They could
Dr.
have
Doolittle.
kibble.
Yeah,
Yeah, Dr. Doolittle.
I think it'd be blessed.
Yeah.
There we go. Service animals only flights. You can get them a special price.
People want to pay for it, they'll do it. But I think that they're bringing a horse on an airplane to make a statement, to make the news, and to make sure that people know that they did something really stupid.
That they've got a huge issue that they need
Exactly.
a horse to comfort them.
Yeah, that's the problem because like if a woman is
I
bringing
got
a
horse-sized issues, let me tell you.
there you go. If someone is bringing a horse on a flight and naming it Fred, that's a very clear indication that they do need like service and support. But they don't need the support of a horse. They need support of a very professionally trained therapist.
I agree.
And if they want to bring that on board, go ahead. Leave the horse in the pasture where it belongs.
That's something we can both agree upon.
Nate, real quick scenario. Would you rather be sitting next to like a pissy beagle, just like a beagle with an attitude, versus like a really regal and like really respectful peacock? Which one would you rather be into?
Here's if the peacock doesn't make a sound, if it doesn't care that I'm there. Have you
seen a peacock? Have you seen how big their tails are?
Yeah, I don't care. If it does not bother me at all,
okay,
it doesn't make a sound, it doesn't make a new smell that I don't care about, then I'm good.
I love that Nate earlier was just like saying, "Oh, we're having this huge debate. Can I lean my seat back 2 inches?" And we're like having this huge debate, and then we're like, "Oh yeah, but bring a peacock on the fly. I don't have any problem with that."
The animals themselves. This is about my comfort. If this dog, cat, horse, monkey, whatever it is not bugging me, then bring whatever you want.
But how do you even set a definition from that? Like they're going to bring an animal in flight and be like, "Is this a very well behaved peacock? Has this peacock like graduated college? Like, is he on his medication? Did he get a full night's sleep? Did this peacock get laid recently? Like, how on earth are you going to like on board just be like, this peacock's having a good day?
This peacock's cool.
Animals are untamed. Like freaking the greatest animal wrangler of all time couldn't even handle a stingray.
R.I.P. Steve.
Yeah, we miss you every day.
All right, it looks like the jury's still out, but make sure you join us next week on The Double Take. We'll be talking about men's hygiene.